Long after the howls faded and the battlefield lay drenched in the grotesque remnants of countless martial kings, whispers of the impossible began to spread. The chronicles of the heavenly road seldom speak of a martial emperor appearing in the flesh. Yet here, in the tainted mist of blood, one strode, a shadow hundreds of meters tall, its eyes twin moons of crimson judgment. Feng and Tantai Shui hover above the carnage, hearts pounding, as the air trembles with each colossal step. This is no mere ally or adversary. This is a force that renders even mountains and monsters insignificant, a living reckoning moving with ancient intent. What path will this martial emperor carve, and what fates await those who dare follow? The answers lie in recap. Martial God Asura, chapter 995 to 996. A chilling voice cut through the chaos, sharp as a blade slicing through night air. You call yourselves kings of the heavenly road, yet your seals are broken and your bodies mere carcasses in waiting. At once, the horde of monsters quivered violently, their low, guttural roars twisted into howls, not of triumph but of searing agony. Pain tore through them like molten iron, echoing across the battlefield. Though Feng's eyes remained tightly shut, his spirit sense flared, detecting the turmoil that coursed through the battlefield. Every massive, towering beast, their forms stretching as high as mountains, countless as the waves of a stormy sea, was being crushed. Light, brilliant, and unforgiving rained down upon them, and no martial king, no matter their strength, could resist its purging force. Bodies were shredded, refined, and extinguished. One by one, the monsters dissolved, their screams vanishing into a cold, oppressive silence. A shiver ran through Feng's being. This is imperial might. The sheer force and energy so vast it seemed to consume the very heavens, pressed upon him. Even the mightiest martial kings, whose flesh and bones could endure cataclysms, fell before it like autumn leaves in a storm. He had witnessed legend made manifest. A martial emperor had arrived in the heavenly road. Confusion and awe gripped him. Tantai Shui, the enigmatic witch from the holy land of martialism, shared the same stunned silence. Neither could comprehend the true magnitude of what they were seeing. A rank 9 martial king attempted defiance, teeth bared, claws reaching for vengeance. Do you even know where we? But before the words could escape, agony tore through its form. Its howl ended in nothingness. Silence descended, absolute and unbroken. The blinding light faded, leaving the darkness to reclaim the battlefield. Feng slowly opened his eyes. His heart thundered in his chest. Around him lay the remnants of millions of martial king monsters, their grotesque limbs strewn in a macabre sprawl, the stench of blood thick in the air. The battlefield seemed endless, a frozen testament to the martial emperor's wrath. So, this is the power of a martial emperor, he whispered, awe lacing his voice. The sheer magnitude, the incomprehensible force that had erased a vast army in an instant, left him both terrified and reverent. Then came the sound. Distant, yet shaking the earth itself. Bang, bang, bang. The footsteps of the martial emperor, each one a rolling thunderclap, heralded its approach. Feng's frown deepened. Tantai Shui's usually composed demeanor cracked into tension. The killer of millions was coming closer. Through the blood-drenched mist, a colossal shadow emerged. It towered hundreds of meters high, dwarfing even the battlefield's carnage. Feng and Tantai Shui were no longer giants, nor even ants. They were mere motes of dust drifting before a deity of destruction. Eggy, ever the irreverent observer, couldn't contain her excitement. Interesting. This heavenly road hides truly extraordinary beings. Feng, however, felt only dread. This figure, far beyond mortal comprehension, radiated a terror that could make even the strongest cultivators' hearts freeze. Its steps shook the very air beneath them. 2 vast, blood-red orbs, brighter than moons, pierced the gloom. The creature halted, examining them with a measured, terrifying gaze. "Senior, thank you for saving us," Feng called, clasping his fists with respect. Whatever its intentions, the martial emperor had spared them from annihilation. Then a voice, ancient and resonant, rolled through the air. "Follow me." With deliberate steps, the colossal figure turned, striding back into the mist of destruction from whence it came. Feng did not hesitate, neither did Tantai Shui. They trailed behind, hearts pounding. A command shattered the tense silence. "Stop!" The martial emperor's blood-red eyes fixed on Tantai Shui, radiating a killing intent so frigid it could pierce stone. Take another step and I will tear you apart. Tantai Shui froze, her body trembled, yet she did not retreat. Feng sensed her skin slick with cold sweat beneath the cold veneer of her composure. Every word of the martial emperor struck the soul like lightning. This was a being far beyond the highest realms of cultivation. The voice softened slightly. Continue forward, and you shall pass the heavenly road. None shall impede your path. Relief flooded Tantai Shui. She bowed deeply, a rare gesture of humility and gratitude. Thank you, Senior. The martial emperor turned away, eyes no longer upon them, and continued its titanic march. Its destination lay not towards the holy land of martialism, but further along the untamed expanse of the heavenly road, a place where even legends feared to tread. Feng and Tantai Shui followed in silence, each step a careful echo of the immense power that had reshaped their world. In the veil of twilight, a shadow loomed, immense, silent, and unknowable. Feng's heart thudded with anticipation, a storm of energy coiling within him. Feng, heed my warning. Tantai Shui's voice echoed in his mind. No matter what that presence seeks, do not provoke it. Even the strongest sometimes must bow to survive. You are standing before a martial emperor. Her words were heavy with caution. Humility, she believed, could preserve a life in the face of such an entity. But Feng merely smiled, eyes glinting with that familiar defiance. Humble? Would you, Tantai Shui, bow so easily? He teased lightly. Tantai Shui fell silent. Humility was a personal choice. Some hearts refused to kneel even in the shadow of death. Feng's spirit was one of unyielding pride, and she shared the same fire. A soft laugh escaped him. Regardless, Lady Tantai, I thank you for your concern. Fear not. One day we shall meet again in the holy land of martialism. Until then, our paths will cross in destiny's time. With that, his smile lingered before he dashed after the colossal figure that was fading into the crimson mist. The creature surged forward, a titanic silhouette swallowed by the swirling red fog. Feng's steps were swift and resolute, keeping pace as the mist dispersed. Only Tantai Shui remained behind, her gaze lingering long upon the retreating forms. Her whisper carried curiosity and awe. From where has this Feng emerged? And why does such a martial emperor seek him? Her thoughts wavered, unresolved, before she turned decisively and leapt toward the direction the creature had indicated, toward the fabled holy land of martialism. Feng followed, unhesitating. The blood mist had thinned, revealing the creature in full. It was humanoid in shape, yet its visage was foreign, a head resembling a wolf, or perhaps a beast beyond mortal understanding. Its scale was staggering, towering hundreds of meters as if it bridged earth and sky. Golden armor encased it, dark and muted, radiating no light yet exuding authority. Feng's gaze was drawn to the scepter clutched in its hand. Strange, organic, almost fused with its being, the weapon pulsed with overwhelming power. It was no mere tool, it was an extension of the martial emperor's essence. Though Feng had attempted communication, the creature ignored him. Not hostile, yet not yielding. More than guiding, it seemed to shepherd him, leading with purpose beyond comprehension. Feng, this dog-headed being is no random guardian. Could it be your kin? Eggy's mischievous grin flickered beside him, her voice carrying a playful note amidst tension. Quiet, Feng muttered, both exasperated and intrigued. Only Eggy could joke at a moment such as this, yet even he pondered the origin of this colossal martial emperor. Though it could not be family, there was surely a connection. A subtle current of fate entwining them. Perhaps it was leading him to the very place where he had first encountered Huangfu Haoyue, a link in a chain of hidden truths. His pulse quickened at the thought of unraveling this ancestral enigma. Guided by the immense figure, Feng entered a vast tunnel, its scale dwarfing all he had known. Structures rose along the path, dark and imposing, yet exuding a sacred aura that stirred reverence and unease simultaneously. Darkness and holiness intertwined, challenging perception and heart alike. Monstrous dog-headed guardians? Eggy exclaimed as Feng pressed deeper. Towering statues, several hundred meters tall, flanked their path, scepters in hand, mirroring the creature before him. Yet these were statues. The one guiding him alone breathed life and martial emperor aura. Before him, a massive door yawned, slightly ajar. Dusky shadows pooled within, shielding the interior from spiritual sight. Even Feng's heaven's eyes were denied entry. Outside, 2 pedestals awaited, but one remained empty. The martial emperor strode purposefully to that vacant place. Then, a moment of wonder. Its form solidified, golden armor turning to dark gray stone, its formidable aura faded, replaced by the silent stillness of a statue, joining its brethren in eternal vigil. Eggy's voice trembled with awe. Truly? The being that saved you? A statue? Her eyes shone with disbelief. So many here. Could they all be martial emperors? Haha, fascinating. Truly fascinating, Eggy continued, her excitement rising. The one who sealed me in your body, Chu Feng, your family, your bloodline. I must see them! Her urging mirrored Chu Feng's own impatience. Answers waited beyond the door. Answers that could unravel mysteries of lineage and perhaps even liberate her seal. Breathing deeply, Chu Feng stepped forward. Darkness enveloped him, but unlike the heavenly road, this darkness was absolute. Even his extraordinary senses could not pierce it. He moved toward a faint glimmer. Each step weighted with anticipation and tension. At last he discerned the source, a small, flickering fire. But it was not the fire that captured his attention. Seated cross-legged beside it was a solitary figure, calm and resolute. The faint light painted them in stark relief, and Chu Feng's heart skipped a beat. Here, at this humble flame, the threads of destiny and ancestry converged, waiting for revelation.